It's time to do an update on the ammunition crisis shortage and reloading and all the other fun crap going on. This one here, I think, is the worst I've seen out of all of these shortages in the past 10 years. Most of the other ones were just sparked by rumors and stupidity, and the fact that a lot of major manufacturers a few years ago all came out with a pocket .380 automatic, which was not a popular caliber in this country, in the United States. And then when Ruger and everybody's making these little small concealable .380 pistols, and they all hit about the same time, and all these people were buying them, and then everybody wants ammo and you couldn't find ammo. Okay? Well, I've watched several videos people have been making on this topic, and they do try to explain how the panic, the one guy goes through 5 phases, and then he explains it to you. It's pretty true. Some people go more into depth in saying because of the coronavirus, it has interrupted the manufacturing infrastructure of the country, be it mining, producing metals, and all the other stuff needed to make the ammunition. There is truth to all of that. That has all hit us. This whole year is a nightmare. And then plus now, with the vicious election coming up, and each side accusing the other of eliminating police forces, disconnecting 911 is another popular commercial. There's even one where a woman's being attacked in a parking lot and goes to reach for a gun, but they said because of the restrictive gun laws she doesn't have it, and it shows these guys drag her out of the car and supposedly kill her, or insinuates that. It doesn't show that, it insinuates this, which is some pretty vicious stuff, okay? And it doesn't help. It doesn't help whatsoever. Alright, so what I've been seeing with this problem here, whatever the cause is, be it real or not, there's a higher demand for guns. That is true, and we've seen it. The fear has driven people who generally don't even care about guns or have ever owned one into going out and getting one. So not only do you have the usual opportunist, scammers, scoundrels, guys going and buying out the whole inventory of a shop and then selling it at a flea market or online for double the price, triple the price. Those people all have appeared again. I haven't seen them around for years because for the past 4 years they couldn't do what they're doing. Now these individuals are popping up, and I'm seeing these familiar faces I remember from years ago at gun shows and that, trying to just, and they don't really shoot. They're not sportsmen. They're not any type of, say like preppers, the doomsday prepper people or whatever. They're just out to make a buck. Okay, these people all popped up again. Alright, so you got a lot of this going on, and really it's getting tiring, and we're all wondering how long is it going to last, or what do you do? Well, I'll give you some pointers instead of saying, oh, this is going to go on for this and that. First thing is, don't pay, it's kind of a hard thing to say, don't pay $40 a box for 9mm ammo, the same brand you were getting for $10 6 months ago. Okay? If you have an opportunity, like some of the local stores will open up early and allow you in and let you buy 4 boxes of shells, calmly go down there in the morning when it opens up. But see here, this is where I heard from another guy. It has gotten so bad that what he did is when they're once a week or once a month, whenever these stores restock, usually on a Thursday morning, he went down at 6 o'clock in the morning. The store don't open till 9, but he's there by the front door standing by at 6 a.m. And by 8 o'clock, there's 20, 30 people standing in line. 8:30, there's 60, 70 people. And however the rules are, each one is different. Okay, one, I think, what is it? Sportsman Outdoor, they only let you get 4 boxes of any caliber of ammo, that's it. Okay, or if you want to buy, I think, one of each caliber, they let you four boxes of ammo. That's all you're getting. Okay, so, and you know, then I got to listen to these guys. Oh, I know somebody who works there, and I get the employee discount, and I can get whatever I want. Blah blah blah. Yeah, good for you, asshole. But anyway, so this guy told me he stood out there, and it was another store. I don't know if it was Academy Sports or what. He said they let 11 people in when they opened the door. And the 11 people bought their limit, bought everything that they had put out for the week in like a matter of 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, gone. And he was buying, I guess, some 100-round packs of 223, must be steel-cased ammo for $100 and some odd each or something. And he bought 3 of them. And then when he walked out the door, there was a guy standing out in line that offered him $300 for that 100-round pack. And he starts laughing. Oh, I sold it to him right there and then. Okay, this is the problem, and this is what's driving this. Okay, it's this behavior. All right, and then these assholes come and start laughing and telling me, oh, I made money, this and that, you know. And, this is the problem. Okay, this is the real problem. Now, you're panicking, going crazy in that, and you bought, and everybody wants an AR-15. Okay, so right there and then, ammunition, clips, parts, AR-15s, it's gone. All right, there are alternatives. One way to do it, first of all, is don't fall for the hype, or don't go out there and buy ammo because you're short. You know, dig out your reloading equipment. That's what I'm doing here. Reload some ammo or whatever. And, you know, the sooner we stop feeding this, the sooner it's going to stop. Now, there are alternatives. For those of you out there that are not really into guns or something watching this video, there's a couple alternatives. Instead of running to a store and buying a 9mm, the 9mm Makarov, which this is a 9x18, which is not a 9mm Luger. It's a military surplus pistol. They're still available. You can find the blued ones. I paid about $4 for this one, a little overpaid for this. But you can still get used blue Makarovs for about $3.50 at some stores, if they still have them. The thing is, you can buy the ammunition, steel case, brass case, whatever. It's still plentiful and it's still out there. Okay? So if you can get one of these guns, yes, it is not a 9mm. It is only like a 7-shot weapon. But this is better than a 17-shot 9mm with no ammo. Okay? You can still get the 9mm Mac, and you can still find it, and it's still somewhat reasonable because people ain't beating the door down for them. Another alternative, there's a bunch of these Beretta law enforcement trade-ins, like this one here, okay? This is a Beretta 81. Some people have had the 84s, which is a 308 or 380 caliber. This is the 81, which is a 32 ACP caliber with a 12-shot magazine. Okay, a lot of people, oh, 32 automatic, ain't that powerful of a gun? Well, really, realistically, you know, what are you expecting to come at you? Somebody trying to mug you or something? And at pistol ranges, like getting out of my vehicle to go to an ATM or a store or something, you know, they're not coming at me from 400 yards off. All right? This little 32 auto with 12 shots at, you know, 15 feet, say max, you know, if they're more than 15 feet away and they're coming, I'm going to run, okay? More than adequate, okay? And you don't need hollow points, just use a full metal jacket bullets. More than adequate. And the reason I'm bringing up the 32 auto is I have several pistols. I have this one, I have smaller ones. I have a couple of the CZs that look like a PP, a Walter PP, not the PPK, not super small, but the larger pistol, you know, and they were old police guns from Europe. They're 100% reliable, they work great, it's just they're in 32 auto. Okay, you can still get some of the CZ70s, they're still floating around. 32 auto. If you go online, look for 9mm, 38, 357 Magnum, 40, 45, all the popular handguns, they're sold out. You may still find the 9x18 Makarov, and I did find some 32 auto. I got a case of 32 auto, 1,000 rounds, ordered it, was delivered in a week. So like I said, I have about 4 pistols that shoot 32 auto. And I think I paid maybe $3 more per box, which is kind of substantial. But I only paid $3 more a box for factory fresh ammo. And I got 1,000 rounds of it, which is more than enough to what I'm going to need. Now I can go practice with my pistols and shoot a few hundred rounds and feel comfortable with it, get used to them again. And make sure everything's working right. And still have plenty of ammunition left over for my needs. And it didn't really break the bank. Granted, I paid a little bit more than I would have 6-7 months ago, but not a huge amount. $2, $3 more a box is kind of understandable. Other than, like I said, you could buy at one brand a Winchester ammo for was $10 and some change. And it's the NATO stuff. The Winchester just got a giant contract, military grade stuff. It was $10, 10 something, or right at $10. Now, $30 if you buy a 500 round case. So you're talking 3 times more, $20 more per box than what you were paying. So $3 more a box ain't bad. That's kind of how you beat this. Get something else. This is just as good for self-defense at close range. Like I said, what are you fighting off? The Mongol army or something? Okay. These here are another good alternative choice, and you can still get the ammunition. Yeah, maybe $1 or $2 more a box than it was 6 months ago, but it's not $20 more a box than it was 6 months ago. Okay? That's how you beat this system, or this crisis. Okay, and don't go paying exorbitant prices, because I remember like the green tip 223 ammo from Lake City, it was close to $400 for 1,000 rounds packed loose. But that's probably the best military grade ammo you're going to get. It's what the government uses. Now it's like $800-900 for 1,000 rounds. Okay, so that's how you kind of stop this, because to just go out, like the last time we had one crisis, I'm at a gun show, and all these people are walking around like little luggage racks or carts, and they got cases of ammo with a price tag just walking around the aisles in the gun show. And a guy comes up to me, he was an older fellow, I'd say he's over 60 years old, 60, he's a retiree. And he goes, well, I got 2 cases of ammo for my AR-15. So he's got 2,000 rounds of 223 at the house, right? And he's looking, and I forget, it was marked up like 2, or what it was selling for a few months ago was twice or a little bit more than what it was selling, the ammo. And he goes, well, for all this going on, I might as well buy it. So not only does he have 2,000 rounds of ammo, he bought another 1,000 rounds, which he's paid more by 40% or something, or 50% more than what he bought it for 6 months prior. So he spent more on it and set it there. Now, I doubt he shot the 3,000 rounds. So then when everything changes and we get a new president elected, and then next thing you know, that same case of ammo that say he paid, let's say $250 for, is now down to $175, and they can't sell it, to where every 3 months they offer you free shipping to just get room in their warehouse. Now it's $150. So I could see if you compete and you actually use the ammo, or something. But to have 2,000 rounds of ammo and just buy the third case because you think it's a good idea. See, I don't understand the reasoning. If I got 2,000 rounds of ammo and I'm not really going to burn it up, why would I want to get another 1,000 and pay more, pay 50% more than I did 6 months? That's what I mean. I don't understand, and this is what drives this. This is what drives the opportunist. This is what, it's greed, okay? And yes, there probably is a shortage or whatever, but you see, the minute everyone panics and starts going nuts and doing this weird stuff, people with money buy more. Opportunists run out, buy it, resell it, because they probably ain't working. They could get there and stand for 2 hours in front of a store. They ain't really got a lot else to do that day. So, like I said, the only way we can stop this is to just calm down and don't pay the high price, okay? Because the prices are just going to keep going if they sell the stuff as fast as they get it, and don't buy something from a guy he paid $100 and pay him $300. That's just going to make it even worse. Okay, but I don't know. It just makes it hard for me and just regular people to get by. And like I said, I don't see raging gun battles and total collapse of society at this point. And, I don't know. We'll wait and see, I guess, till the election. I guess there's going to be no relief until after November, and whatever kind of a bloodbath this is going to be, and accusations, recounts, and, that's just going to make it all even worse. But that's my little update on it. So like I said, sit back. If you got enough ammo to defend you and your family, don't panic. And just hold tight, and hopefully the more of us that hold tight and act sane, the quicker all of this nonsense will stop.